Hey everyone, my name is Blue, and I will be explaining my thought process as I go through the Elite Four in No Mercy mode, which we just beat last night. That's pretty epic. This is already pre-recorded because, well, why not? I was streaming this over on Discord, but I thought the quality is really shit, and my Wi-Fi already wasn't cooperating last night, so I thought I would just record this all over again because in case the Rio happens to want to watch this for whatever reason, he can at least have an idea of what the hell is going on, and also because I wanted to have proof that I beat this insanely difficult mode, not only at all, but I was able to beat it without the level 100 cap, which is something that I've taken advantage of in my past hardcore runs, but never in a no mercy mode run. And I thought, well, damn it, this is going to be my last challenge run, at least for a while, so, let's go out with a bang. But anyways, that's enough of that. So what exactly is the strategy here? It turns out that Lopunny, due to it getting a partial fighting type here, and the way it's EV'd in particular makes it so that the Persian, even with a 20 level advantage and max attack IVs and EVs, is unable to break through this sub from both the Lopunny, and you can hear a car going by. Hopefully it wasn't that loud. But yeah, like I was saying, this Persian, even despite all these advantages, is just unable to break through the Lopunny, and at best it's able to two hit it, to two shot it. So we're gonna take advantage of that. Set up three agilities to get us to +6, so that Sylveon is then able to set up using Calm Mind, and if the situation were to arise, we have Substitute as well, and then just sweep from here. There's not really much else to say. Sylveon does sweep this entire fight at +6 special attack, and thanks to the agilities from Lopunny, it is able to outspeed everyone, which was my main concern because there are a couple of Pokemon on Sydney's team in particular that can sort of mess Sylveon up, but with max speed that's no longer the problem. So there's not really much else to say. This is really just Sylveon sweeping Sydney's whole team with some help from Lopunny. So I'm gonna fast forward into the next fight, and yeah, we'll see you there. Okay then, so next up is what I consider the easiest of the Elite Four members, to be honest, and that is Phoebe. So for this fight in particular, we literally need one Pokemon, and that is a max attack, max speed, Jolly Weavile with Taunt, Sword Stance, and Knockoff. That's literally it. We taunt on the first turn against the lead Spiritomb, who in this case only has status moves, and for some reason the AI just did not want to switch, It just kept using Struggle instead of switching to an actually good Pokemon that could probably one-shot our Weavile, Again, that level 20 disadvantage is pretty damn serious. But all we have to do here is set up some Sword Stances, keep it from using a status move, and then we just sweep with Knockoff. That's literally the whole plan. There's there's nothing that can go wrong. The only potential downside to this is that Jellicent could have come out a bit earlier in the fight, and it could have triggered its cursed body, but for some reason Jellicent didn't come out until the very end. So by that point there's not really much that the AI can do. So again, there's not much else to say. That's literally it. It's just Weavile spamming knockoffs until it is completely done with this team. So yeah, time for fight number 3. Okay then, fight number 3 is possibly the hardest of the entire Elite Four, which is Glacia, because in Enhanced, it turns out that there's another car coming, so I'll just wait. Thank you. So as I was saying, an Enhanced Hail actually boosts the attack of Ice-type attacks by 50%, which is just fucking ridiculous. But that's not even the biggest problem right now. So the problem right now is the lead Mammoth with a fucking Life Orb. This is an all-out Life Orb attacking set, which is just obnoxious to face. So how exactly are we going to deal with this? We're going to deal with Poliwrath, who not only received some nice stat buffs, but it also receives the ability Stamina, which for those of you who don't know, boosts the defense of the Pokemon every time it is hit by one stage. So it is very easy for a Poliwrath to get max defense, using this strat. Even with the max attack EVs, the 20 level advantage, and the Life Orb, at best, Mamoswine only does like 60%. And that's on the first turn. That's without like any defense boost from stamina. So what is the strategy here? Aqua Ring to get even more passive healing alongside the leftovers. We have Protect for even more passive recovery. We're getting about 48-ish%, I think, of passive healing from just 2 turns, which is just insane. Bulk Up to max out our defense and attack as fast as humanly possible, and from there it's just Poliwrath sweeping with Dream Punch. The only potential flaw in this entire plan, well, there's actually a couple. The first is that Mamoswine can crit at any point using Earthquake, which can be really bad because the critical does actually one-shot the Poliwrath. There's also the Avalugg, which is sitting in the back, because that thing is, if you thought Avalugg was bulky now, there's another card coming, so just let it do its thing. So the Avalugg in the back, the problem with this Avalugg in particular is the item Dry Ice, which is a custom item added into the game that boosts the holder's defense by, I believe, like 25%. And Avalugg is already pretty damn thick. It has like what, 184 defense or something. So we're dealing with like 235 defense, somewhere around that number. I don't remember the exact amount, but it's pretty damn high. And again, the 20 level disadvantage, the max defense IVs and EVs, and possibly even a defense boosting nature. I don't really know what's going on here, but yeah, it's pretty damn bulky. And if it also has Curse, so if it had started to set up, it would have been lights out. But luckily, we got lucky with the rolls, with level rolls and what's it called, damage rolls. So we were able to one shot that. All right. But by the way, the Glaceon is never able to one shot us with Hyper Voice or Shadow Ball, even with Life Orb boost. That's fine. The only other flaw in this fight in particular is the Mega Glalie, who can potentially crit us with a Thunderfang, which would result in a one-shot. But luckily, that didn't happen because our Poliwrath, it just pulled through. Max defense, it's not going to be taking a lot of damage. So, yeah, again, there's not much else to say. So, moving on to fight number 4. All right, so we have the last of the Elite Four, which is Drake. And funnily enough, this was the one fight that I did not plan for at all. If I'm being completely honest, I planned for the other 3, and I was so worried about Wallace that I never actually bothered to make a plan for this one. I sort of just pulled this one out of my ass. So what exactly am I gonna do here? I thought that, Giga Impact, boosted by Pixelate, is gonna do a shit ton of damage to the Tropius, but I didn't expect a crit, on this first turn. And also, for those of you who don't know, Giga Impact was buffed. I don't know how much it does in vanilla, but in enhanced it does 160 damage. And on top of that, you can also switch on like this, unlike the recharge turn. So that's also quite nice. There's a fucking motorcycle. Okay, so Shedinja also pulls through thanks to the Dragog. Dragog doesn't actually have any moves that can hit Shedinja, so we can take advantage of that by switching whenever we need to. There's a car. Okay. Thank you. So we're able to sort of, put that to the side until Dragog is like the last Pokemon remaining. For now, we're just gonna, toxic the Garchomp so that we're able to do some chip damage. And I was expecting this Garchomp to absolutely destroy our Lopunny, but I'm like the first hit, I mean. But um, no. And this fight in particular is a bit shaky because again, I didn't really plan for this one. It was sort of just something that I came up with at the moment, and as you can see, we actually lost the Lopunny. Um, I did in my what's it called in the stream on Discord. I actually did manage to pull through with what's it called with Lopunny, through the entire run. But again, this is recorded, so the results are a bit different. But I won the challenge nonetheless. So what exactly is going on here? We have to max out our Weavile's attack so that at +4, I believe, it can just absolutely destroy every single one of what's it called? Every single one of Drake's beautiful dragons. So obviously, it's able to obliterate the ×4 weak Garchomp, and that jolly nature, it's doing work. It allows us to outspeed everyone, even with the 20 level disadvantage. And again, the max speed EVs, they do matter. So we're also able to take out the Flygon. And I actually don't remember up until what point Weavile goes down, or if it does go down. I believe it does. But yeah, there's not really much else to say. I actually have to skip ahead for a bit because I don't remember what happens next. Hold on. Alright, so yeah, it turns out that his Sword Stance boosted Weavile is just enough to one-shot every single one of Lance's dragons. So yeah, there's not much else to say. Lopunny and then Weavile. That's the whole plan. We're gonna go to Wallace now. Alright, so finally we have Wallace, and believe it or not, this one is actually completely luck dependent. I didn't really, I did have a plan, but it does have one major flaw. So it turns out that this fight is entirely walled by Shedinja, for the exception of this lead Mantine in particular. It has Hurricane, which is a flying type move, and there is permanent rain up on the first turn, so it is supposedly guaranteed to land every time. And the problem with that in particular is that it can confuse our Shedinja, and our Shedinja can end up hitting itself, which is obviously really bad because not only would we be breaking our own sub, but from the hurricane hitting, but we now no longer have a way to deal with literally the entire fucking team. But luckily, for some reason, due to the power of friendship, Shedinja was able to dodge that first hurricane, so it was able to use Reflect type to turn into a flying and water type, and it's just immune to everything, with Wonder Guard. That's it. I don't have much else to say, That's the whole strat, just toxic and burn stall everyone else on the team because we literally can't take damage on this fight. So yeah, that's the strat. That's it. I don't have shit. I don't have shit to say. So, while we wait for our lovely Shedinja to toxic stall the rest of Wallace's team, I thought I would share my thoughts on this game mode. Oh boy, this was one hell of a journey. I'm still smiling, to be honest. It's been a day and I just haven't gotten over it. I beat fucking No Mercy mode. I didn't think it was actually possible, when Ryu said that he was gonna make a new game mode that was even harder than hardcore mode. I thought, well, shit, he's just joking, right? Well, there's no way to make it even harder. I mean, there is, but Ryu doesn't want to take my suggestions. But then I saw that he actually released it. I'm like, shit, now I gotta beat this. And it was pretty damn hard. I think the biggest obstacle is the start of the game because you don't have shit. You know, you don't have access to mining or botany or any of that shit that you would normally have through New Game Plus. Now here you are starting from scratch, which is why and you know, and obviously, you know, the auto skill is aggressive as hell from the very start. And I think that's what makes the start of the game so ridiculously hard. But as you progress, it does get a lot easier, especially if you know what you're doing. Which, I mean, I've been playing this game for like 3 damn years straight. Not straight, almost. I've sort of been playing on and off for this last year, and you know, I do know my way around this game pretty well. But yeah, even then, you know, I would say that the hardest part is definitely the start. But if you can get past that, and if you know what you're doing, you're gonna be fine. It's just, it takes a lot of time. Yes, it takes a lot of grinding. I wasted so much time grinding for shit, man. I'm so tired. But now I get to go to sleep tonight knowing that I am the first person in the world to ever beat No Mercy mode. And I did it without the level 100 cap. So that's awesome. So yeah, if if anyone watching wants to take on the shitty mode, don't do it. It's not worth it. Especially because, you know, it's already been done. Now, but with all seriousness, if you want to do this shitty mode, start with challenge mode. Actually, you know what? Start with normal mode. Not even easy mode, just normal mode. Familiarize yourself with the game, you know, with its mechanics, with New Game Plus features, and all that shit, achievements. I can hear a motorcycle coming, so I'm not gonna take too much longer. But yeah, know your way around the game. Start slow, you know, challenge mode, then hardcore mode, and then there's the motorcycle. And then once you feel that you're ready, you know, if you still want to do this shit for whatever reason, watch out because you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail quite a few times at the start. I did too. But it is doable. You know, it's honestly, I'm the first person to beat this shit. It's insane. I didn't think I'd do it. You know, I wanted to be good at something that no one else was doing, and I did it. So yeah, I'm satisfied with that. You know, the fact that I did something that no one else has ever done before, or at least not yet. You know, who knows? Maybe sometime in the future, someone will take this bitch of a game out and do an even more impressive job than me. You know, maybe they'll get all 6 Pokemon through the Hall of Fame. But to be fair, I was trying to do this well. Using an APOM. You know, the developer told me I'll add APOM as a starter if you beat No Mercy mode with it, and I said fuck it, let's do it. So you know, if it weren't for the APOM, I probably could have done a bit better. This probably could have been a bit easier, but you know, that's just an excuse. So so yeah, that's about all I have to say. Don't play this game mode because it's absolute hell, and I love you guys. So yeah, make sure to leave a like and shit, comment or whatever. And this is probably the last video I'll be making unenhanced, at least for a while, because I can't really think of shit to do now. I might be doing, you know, Radical Red next. I also play Unbound, but I don't want to start from scratch. So, you know, I might get to Radical Red at some point. I'm gonna be slowing down for the next few days. I want to focus on like college and shit, you know, on my service, my internship and shit, and just myself in general. You know, get my social life back. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and oh, bye. No fucking mercy mode with APOM as a starter. Nice. The goat. Can't believe I brought a polygraph. The OG, the one that started it all. Oh man, I'm blocking her. She's not with us. I'm so fucking done with this game. There we go. No fucking mercy mode. First person to ever beat it. Holy shit. Could have taken me a lot less. But it's done. I'm actually curious, what is this gonna look like? Is it gonna show no mercy in the start menu, or what is it gonna do? I don't know. Oh, it still shows, yes, no mercy right here at the bottom. Nice. Awesome. Finally beat it. No, it doesn't show here. Nice. Can I finally pull? Can I finally pull Pokemon into the PC? And, oh, it still doesn't let me. Okay. Nice. Oh, that's it. We beat No Mercy. Oh, fuck.